We call our place Hernandos Hideaway. We're on the Deschutes River in Central Oregon. This is our vacation spot, place where we spend a lot of time away from the city. A spot that gets our sanity back because it allows us to get out and communicate with nature. We're located 3/4 of a mile from the closest neighbor and about an hour by car the closest town. The Deschutes River is one of the finest trout fishing rivers in the state of Oregon, and in order for us to communicate for the outside world, we use a tower with a special antenna for our cell phone, and we have a dish for satellite TV. Across from our cabin is the Indian Reservation, Warm Springs Indian Reservation, and this is Mutton Mountain on the other side. Our cabin sits down here right on the river, and that's my old fishing truck that you see there in the foreground, and it's our truck that's reserved specially for fishing. We take it only up here to do fishing. I'll take you down to the river by the cabin and show you what that looks like. There's an osprey flying around. An osprey is a fish eagle. And there's a nest over there on this little island that sits out in the middle of the river. We're going past our tool shed down to the front door of the cabin. The cabin was built in 1948 by my father, and we're grandfathered in. You're unable by federal regulation to build within sight of the river. Since 1961, this is a designated semi-wilderness area. We're going down to the river, the steps that run right alongside the cabin. This is our sleeping porch where we have our bed. Makes it kind of nice. You can hear the sound of the river. It lulls you to sleep for sure. The river flows from south to north, so upstream is south. What you hear is the actual noise of the river that we hear up in our sleeping porch when we're at bed at night. We have a patio just below the cabin where we like to go and fish. It's actually just a cement slab. I don't know how long it's going to last, because I know that the river eventually is going to work its way underneath it. The river goes about 26 miles an hour past here. There again is the island with the osprey nest. And this is the view that we have looking down the river. The road actually goes into the tunnel there at that, where I'm aiming the camera right now, and that's the road to Maupin. The road upstream goes another 1.5 miles and comes to an end, a dead end. About the only thing we see by here, the rafters and fishermen. There's some wild geese over there that are this year's brood, coming out for a swim this morning. We see a lot of wildlife here. There's freshwater otter and mink. There's some mink that live over in here. There's wildcat in this area and cougar. We'll get deer that will come down this little path right here behind the wall. Usually later in the summer when there's no water on the hill. The geese must have heard me talking, and when they hear people talking they don't like it, so they went around the other end of that island there. So that's our place up in Central Oregon on the Deschutes River, where we try to spend a lot of time in the summer. It's only open 6 months a year. The rest of the time it's too cold and we keep it winterized.